I suggest that students have their own committee, which is different, that will follow up the guild presidents after their term of service, because you'll find most people come in and they do nothing. So this government of ordinary students who are not in the cabinet, it's their role to follow each and every leader that comes into power.
Evening to you, our dear viewers. My name is Lona Kasasa Jemaima, and I'm so glad that you could join me today here. We are going to have the Guild Presidential debate, which has been a long-awaited debate for a while. For those that have been with us, you've seen the posters. You have been waiting to meet the presidential candidate of Ndejje University. I would like to remind you that you are tuned in and we are live at Ndejje University TV studios. And of course with me I have an audience, I have the moderators, I have the EC, I have so many people with me today who are going to be sharing with us this experience. I would like to thank those who are tuning in from free to air and Go TV, and then I would also like to thank our social media team. I would like to thank you people who you might not have a TV, but of course you have stayed faithful and you are excited to watch the debate with us today. We are here to see and hear the manifestos, hear the aspirations of the candidates, but also to know what they have in stock if they are to win. Of course the best winner, of course the best man wins come the 14th to the 15th. This week we have been voting for the GRCs, the different GRC positions, but next week on the 14th to the 15th, both at main campus and Kampala campus, we'll be voting the guild presidents of Ndejje University. But before I go into all that, I am going to introduce the EC, the Electoral Commission, who is going to tell us if we are really with the right aspirants or candidates for the guild cabinet. Please, our EC.
Thank you so much. Here today with you is Aswa Steven. Here today with you is Aswa Goldfinch, the Vice Chairperson, Electoral Commission, Ndejje University. Yeah, today right now we have Mr. Aswa Steven, and I'll be glad to inform you that this was one of the candidates who showed interest, went ahead to apply, he paid, he was nominated successfully, and right now he's in his campaign, so he is the right candidate. The other person is Ocoth Phillips. Maybe he hasn't arrived yet, but that is it. Together with me is my secretary. The secretary is sitting Kampala campus, and like we have already said, may the best candidate win. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Electoral Commission of Ndejje University, very honored for you to be here today with us. I would like to recognize our social media team, which is headed by Marshall, who is going to be with us updating, tweeting and showing all the updates. Marshall?
Yes, thank you very much, Lona Kasasa. This is the first round of the 2023 Guild Presidential Debate of Ndejje University. Don't forget that you can join us on all our social media platforms at Ndejje TV live. We're here on we're streaming live on YouTube at Ndejje University TV, and you can comment on our social media at Twitter, on Facebook. I'll be getting in your feedback as we look at this debate between Ocoth Phillips and Aswa Steven. Back to you, Lona.
So much, Marshall. Excited to hear those reports and those reviews from our social media team. Of course, I have not come here alone today. I have someone with me who is going to moderate these candidates, who is going to fire them, but I'm not going to introduce him. He is a man of honor, and he has a really, really big profile. I am going to hand it over to Arnold.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Rona. I am Magola Arnold, and I'm excited to be here to this. This is a big milestone for our dear aspirant guild presidents, and I'm excited what is coming, and I can't wait I expect our aspirants to be in the good mood because this is a very interesting thing. So with a few words, I beg to stop there for a while. Thank you.
Arnold, I've never known you to be a man of a few words, but of course we shall hear more from you as the debate continues. As we are very excited, very happy. With me, the audience seems a bit dull. Which team are we on, Banaye? Can I hear a whoop whoop? No? You're not happy to be here? You're not? Oh, that is rather very sad. But as we go on, it's going to be very heated. With us, our candidate is going to tell us why he thinks is the best candidate to be, why he thinks is the best person to be the guild president of Ndejje University, a Christian-based institution which has very high values, very high expectations, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give you a few basic rules, my audience. We want this to be a disciplined, civilized debate. So please, the rule number one, I would like all of you, those who are watching us online and also catching us on our different channels, and the audience with me today, I would like to tell you to please respect the candidates when they are giving out their views, when they're giving out their opinions, their manifestos. Yes, you might not agree, but until the microphone or the opportunity comes and you talk to them and you have an opportunity to make a statement, also ask your questions, please do not interrupt. I'd also like to remind you to also respect yourselves. Do not interrupt someone who is giving up their opinion, who is talking, who is asking a question, because we're all here to learn, we're all here to know what our guilds have. I would like to also inform you that you can make a call to the studio live right now on the number 0709 66 47 44. I repeat, 0709 66 47 44. That is the number that you can contact us on to, of course, fire a question directly and only to the guild presidents, the guild aspirants. Of course, they're not yet presidents until next week. One more rule, I like to all of us to have fun. Feel free to ask any question. This position, of course, represents, this is your connection to the administration and the student body. So it's a very, very important position. I'm going to hand it back to Arnold to tell us the expectations he has from his candidates or our candidates, and we move forward.
Thank you so much, Madam Morona, for such a beautiful insight on what you expect from your audience. And as the opportunity granted me back to my aspirants who are here today with me, currently I'm having Mr. Aswa, but I'll go on to give what I expect from them. First and foremost, I expect to respect for each other. However right or wrong someone can be, I need that respect. If you want to raise something from what he has said, please note it down and make sure you react when you're given an opportunity. Another thing I want to caution my aspirants, let's use the time allocated to us. So if you are given 6, 7 or 10 minutes, make sure everything you have to do, everything you want to do is within the time frame. Some other thing I want to encourage you that this is not a war. We are not here to fight anyone. We are not here to prove something, but we are here to make sure that we give the best of our best so that the people out there who are voting for us, who are supporting us, even these ones in the audience today, they have got that confidence that this is, yes, our best candidate. Above it all, let us stick to the motto of our mighty university. Let us stick to the motto of our mighty university. Let us not go beyond the lines of Christianity. Let us all remember that this is a faith-based university. So insults, vulgar language, I think let us be so cautious on that. So I want to thank you so much and really agree that everything I've said be put into action as we go on. So currently, according to the way we are going to be driving this, I want to encourage all of you who are viewing us, who are out there supporting the team, please send those links. Send those links to the friends. Invite them. Tell them that it's going to be fire tonight. It's getting serious. It's getting serious. Encourage everyone to tune in. Send those messages. Share those links so that we get the best results that we want from our guild aspirants. So today, as we go on, I wish to have a brief introduction. I wish to have an introduction from our aspirants. We need to know who are they, why are they here. So I'll give an opportunity to so far the candidate that we have in our studios today to talk about himself, to introduce himself, to tell the people out there listening to him, watching him, supporting him, doing everything to make sure that he gets into this office to really know who he is. So, Mr. Aswa, you're much welcome to Ndejje University Studios. A lot of people are watching you. A lot of people are expecting so much from you. Please, at this time, briefly introduce yourself to the people.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so much humbled to be here. I salute you all, my comrades, both physically and online. I'm Aswa Steven Thomas, aspiring guild president, a year 2 student from the Faculty of Social Sciences, doing social work and social administration. And I am the chief in commander of the movement Respect Students Hustle, coming in as your next guild president.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Of course, a lot will be said as we go on. You know, he's a man of brief words, hopefully, because it's going to get tense when we come to questions. I don't know if you will be brief as he has shown. So I want to ask all our dear viewers, please get ready, get your pen, get somewhere, because the media handles, we're waiting for your questions, we are waiting for your concerns. Everyone, everywhere you are, don't just watch, but keep noting, follow up their ideas and views, because these are your representatives. These are the people you're going to trust with the most big office at the Might University. Be very serious when they are talking to you. Give them time, understand why they are coming, and above it all, enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. So, this is what we are going to do. We are going to give Mr. Aswa the bigger opportunity to take us through his manifesto. We want to know why is he here? What is that he's cooking? What is that he's having in store for the Might Ndejje University? He looks to be a serious man. He looks to be a man of great integrity. So we are yet to understand what's that in store that he's having. What's that he's just waiting for the office, then he can unleash the goodness that a lot of people supporting him are yet to see. So ladies and gentlemen out there and here in the studio, please join us as we welcome Mr. Aswa to take us through his manifesto. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. Ndejje University has clearly stated rules and regulations, and you'll find out that these rules and regulations, we signed onto them. That makes us clients. And on a notice, I did my research and all of us experienced it, that some of these rules and regulations that do favor the students are the ones that were not and are not being what? Being implemented. I can give you an example of our 80% tuition policy, whereby it is clearly stated that once a student has managed to pay 80% of his or her tuition, this student should be able to sit for examinations. But in reflection to the previous semester, whereby most of our fellow comrades, some had 96, some had 95 and above, were denied access to examinations, the first paper and the second paper. Okay, this tells me that there's a loophole between the accounts department and the administration. And this is why I'm standing up to come in as a guild, whereby I can fulfill such gaps and make sure that there is a transparency. Speaking of transparency, as a guild president, you know, I can I can call it as history, whereby most cabinets and most guilds who have gone out of their office do not inform students about their what? About their plans and their budgets. They only do that once they are dissolving the government. And I'm looking forward to having a transparent office whereby students will know what is happening in the guild body, and they'll know each and every plans of the guild, so that all projects are not just what? Are not just as a miracle, whereby someone sees it and wonders where this is coming from. I'm looking at accountability and quality education. What do I mean by accountability? You'll find that at our university, we pay fees, and there are certain amounts that we do pay, and at the end of the day, you sit down and ask yourself, this amount I've paid, where has it gone to? I can give you an example of Kampala campus students whereby you guys do pay for sports, we pay for swimming pool, and trips for those ones who are doing survey and engineering at main campus. But the accountability part of it is lacking. At least we pay and we receive the services, so that we know that, you know what, I have paid this and this amount for A, B, C, D. Not referring to whereby here at Kampala campus we do pay for these services, but we have no swimming pools here. We don't have sports activities. And how can you deal with that? Because, you know, these are university what? Rules and regulations that you have to pay. And what is the way forward? Because if I'm to look at here at our campus, Mengo branch, we're not having a pitch. Students take money from their own pocket to go and pay for a private what? A private playground, whereby the students' hustle ain't being respected. So I spoke of quality education, whereby practical materials, access to courseworks and the civil and electrical class. I met a few at main campus whereby they are from Kampala campus. I was even shocked. They went at main campus for practicals. Yet Ndejje University can really afford one room around the business faculty, and that room can be used for what? For practicals, whereby the university is in position of providing all materials that, because these people, these fellow comrades, when they travel, you'll find that you have used 1.5 hours to reach campus at main campus. You might use maybe 30 minutes for trying to settle around. Then you start off with your practicals, and then at the end of the day, you'll have to travel back. That is something which is really tiresome. So Ndejje University is a very big university that I believe it can have a laboratory of its own here at Kampala campus. In addition to quality education, the university is very much capable. I'm going to speak this in relation to main campus, whereby at main campus, once you lose your red card, once you lose your meal card, you will have to pay a certain amount to have it back. So, what do I mean by having access to our documents? Because I believe that the university, having that technology use, can upload each and every document of a student, so that once I lose this, because you know these things are papers, and maybe it can easily be what? It can easily be misplaced. If there is an online platform whereby I can retrieve these things once I have misplaced them, it will be better. And I'm very sure that the university has these records. It's just it being what? Implemented. So on addition, I can talk about effective communication and what? And the campus safety. This one goes to main campus, whereby main campus is not that safe at all. for those ones who are non-residents, because we received cases where people were beaten, you know. There we have people who are residents and people who are and those ones who are non-residents. So how does this come about? You'll find someone has a discussion at Lady Irene campus, which is in the school premises, and this person finishes his or her discussion at around 10 or 11, and you have to come back. But the route from Lady Irene to the trading center has no lights, and it's a forest that you're going to pass through. So there are hooligans, of course, in every society. There are hooligans, and there are people who are idle that are around the university. They end up hijacking students and maybe stealing their properties or beating them up. This has happened several times. How can this be solved? Yes, I did my research and I knew that that road is a government what? It's a government property whereby the university has no hand in it. It can't do anything because I believe that the university cares so much about the safety of its students, and they have already seen that problem. The university has existed for 30 years. I can assume that there are 25 guilds who really wanted to have a hand at that. But this can also be solved through the university cooperating with the Ndejje police station, such that we can have police patrolling around, you know, so that maybe we can give a limit of maybe 12 or 11 p.m. that once you're found at the trading center or moving around campus premises, you should have something that identifies you as a what? As a student. Let me sum it up with innovation and creativity, whereby there are smart students amongst us, those ones who are really gifted with intelligence. And according to my research, there's a student called the Nyanzi Arthur last semester. This guy was very brilliant, and he came up with a machine that can kill Matoke. But what killed his project was finances, and you'll find out that he requested the university to support him, I guess, financially, but it wasn't considered. How can such people, such students, how can their big dreams be brought out? By using Ndejje TV, because Ndejje TV can advertise the students and their creativity as their project, so that viewers who are outside there, because I'm very much sure that there are big companies outside there that view Ndejje TV, and once such an intelligent student is seen, he can be picked out, and I'm very much sure that a strong company can finance such a student. This will motivate other students to also what? To also come up with new things on board. Otherwise, I think as we go through with the debate, we shall be sharing more. Aswa Steven Thomas, on 14th, we shall be voting, and it's my humble appeal that please kindly entrust me with your vote. Thank you.
Stephen Thomas, thank you very much. Those were excellent words. I'm going to read a few reports of views from our friend on Twitter, Andrew Bishop, on Aswa Steven. He has a big dream, which is not to benefit himself, but to see that Ndejje acquires a step ahead of achieving her objectives. Very, very thankful for that. Of course, on YouTube, Gift says, Team Ocoth in the house, very excited to be here. Tommy Isaac is also very, very happy to join us on YouTube. I would like you to stay tuned. We are coming back with a debate. We are coming back with more views from our other candidate, his manifesto. It is going to get real heated in about a minute, so please do not touch that button. Stay tuned. We are excited to know more.
The Guild Elections Debate.
This week omulabi wa Ndejje University TV niyo program obulamu zaabu.
These are the patients. You can see this is doctor's room.
Era bano swani Electoral wait. Kimu kyakuna kubereka emmere leeta amaanyi.
Mweno program tugenda batukutuusaako abasawo abakugu ab'enjawulo.
Oxygen will then come from the bag to the patient.
Afuna kye bayita cardiac arrest or heart attack. Bakwayo obukerenda.
You can see the compartment for antimalarials.
Abalwadde ba sukaali ne pressure tebalya masavu ga bisu.
Ebyo byonna mweno program obulamu zaabu.
Would you like to help solve the development challenges facing our country? Come to Ndejje University and learn to create self-sustaining projects for your future. Our expert lecturers are ready to equip you to become an engineer to design effective processing machines, or an agribusiness entrepreneur to implement such technologies for food processing, or even a software developer to create mobile apps that can help market the products. We even provide you with the entrepreneurship skills to effectively manage the value chain in your line of business. And all that action happens on an area spanning 700 acres with the best facilities on 2 campuses in Luero and Mango, serving both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. We also have courses sponsored by the Higher Education Student Loan Scheme. Apply online at admissions.ndu.ac.ug or pick applications from any of our campuses. Call the numbers below for inquiries. Ndejje University. Come experience a holistic approach to learning.
Get noticed, advertise with us. Call 0714-474-433 or 0759-728-168 to place your bookings now. Ndejje University TV is available on free-to-air, GoTV, and Your TV. Follow us on Facebook, Ndejje TV Live, Twitter at Ndejje TV Live, Instagram, Ndejje TV Live, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ndejje University TV. Ndejje University TV, your source of knowledge and wisdom.
The Guild Elections Debate.
Welcome back to Ndejje University Television. Thank you for staying tuned and remaining tuned. Our first segment is just about done. We had from our first aspirant, Aswa Steven, who gave us his manifesto, which was very, very, very rich in empowering and, of course, reaching the objectives of Ndejje University. But now in the house, we also have the second candidate who is going to introduce himself, tell us more about his manifesto, why he thinks is the best candidate, and so on. And then we will dive into the debate. So please stay tuned and do not switch that button. I'm going to hand it over to you, Arnold.
All right, thank you so much, Verona, for such a beautiful comment. Yes, our dear viewers, we are back once again. And as mentioned earlier, again, another aspirant is in the studios. Due to the interest of time, we are going to cut his time a little bit short, but briefly, we want him to introduce himself, to let the viewers know who he is, and after that, he will quickly dive into his manifesto, because we would wish to dig into the bigger thing, the debate, the well-awaited thing all our viewers are looking forward to when we have looked into all their manifestos, and we wish he could follow that. And briefly, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Ocoth.
Thank you so much. I'm Ocoth Phillips. I do civil engineering in year 3, Ndejje University. I'm a girl contestant in this race, basically here with a clear vision to uplift the standards of the university. I, Ocoth Phillips, passed through the university vision, and so that they are striving hard to be good in the research, innovation, outreach in the university. It has come to my knowledge that the university is basically not doing well towards approaching the outreach vision, the research vision, and so many on. It has come to my knowledge that university passed a strategic plan of 2011 to 2016, and in their strategic plan, they emphasized more on the innovations, research, enhancing student experience, and so many others. And Ocoth Phillips realized that the institution has so many challenges faced by students in order for one to attain excellent education, because that is the main purpose why we are in this university. There are necessities that has to be in place for you to achieve certain things. However, more involvement projects and so many others are really required for this university. And I want to clearly stand out to be the one representing the students in such terms. I've come to realize the university is in collaborations with different other institutions, organizations outside. For example, we have Chosen University in South Korea, of which the university signed a memorandum of what? Understanding. We have different others like Inter-University Institute Council of East Africa, of which the university also signed a memorandum of understanding, and so many others. I see some German companies around also coming abroad. We have also Uganda Ministry of Works and so many others that are on board trying to enrich and level up the programs and education system in this university. But it has come to my knowledge that these boards and institutions coming abroad to help us, they are not really doing well because the students lack the emphasis and efforts to put across and try to come up on board, so that's how things are done. Recently, I appreciate through the efforts of a few of us, me inclusive, Innovation and Research Board was put across, and this has enveloped students to lay across their projects, and we had the exhibition of which I recognize a majority have been around, and through this I realized that students were enhancing their experience into a way that different companies were invited. The VC of the university, for example, was also invited, and this gives us some good hope of trying to build up our student experiences in the practical skills, because I realized that is really lacking. For example, our journalist class, we realized it's selling a lot in different perspectives. I realized Ndejje TV, among others, is helping to drive the education system, promoting everything, because I realize in university, marketing is among the top priorities as well. Everything that is being done, people should get aware of them, because if we don't do that, people will not get to know of the experiences we are really bringing across. So as we try to promote each and everything in the university, the challenges faced by students inside also has to be readdressed. I understand the health conditions in the university. A 30-year-old university is suffering adversities in different areas. This is affecting the performance of students, different misconducts, and so many others. Ndejje University, in its location, I realize it's merged together. It has marginalized communities, people who are not part of the students, but they are staying within the university premises or near the university premises together with the students. And this has really been a disadvantage, not only to the residents, but also to the non-residents, because I've really seen so many insecurities. People are being attacked in the night. We also have some cases of kidnapping. Last semester, a girl reported a case that a border failed to put her where she was supposed to remain, and they took her somewhere else. And these are issues that are really within, and so many others. The university being both catering for both non-residents and residents, us to practice some practices around to make sure that the life of both the residents and the non-residents are put to safety. I realize that there are so many concerns within the students, and trust me, within this limited time, I cannot finish it. But after this, I will share my manifesto online for everyone to gain access to it. However, we are also lacking in the health department. It has come to my knowledge that there are no emergency units which are really helping the students of Ndejje University across various projects. I observed on last Freshers Ball, the latest that we had, a student fainted, and I was answering that day. They contacted me that, Mr. Phillips, do you have a car? Can you help us transport this person? I said, my brother, I'm a fellow pedestrian. We need to seek for support. Then I recognized the presence of some person with a car, and they transported her. I don't know which hospital, but it has to be far because the nearby facility around is really not convenient enough, and the equipment inside can't facilitate emergencies, and the drugs, they are really lacking so many others. For us Ndejje University students, we want to empower, come up with something of how do we bring up the standards of the university high. As we fight for the university, as we fight for this education experience and so many others to come to a common stand, to come to great improvement, we should also cater for our health practices, because health matters above all. When you're not in the right state of health, trust me, you won't be perfect and you won't perform in each and everything that you are doing well. So me, Ocoth Phillips, I would prefer the university to sit down with me, because I have potential solutions within the financial potential of the guild, and others are really out of it. And in that case, we will look for lobbying. In case the university can't provide, we can lobby from different others. There are private sectors which really deal in this and can also help to support the students in this university. And I want to ensure that the health of Ndejje University students are really at stake, and I, Ocoth Phillips, will make sure that this is put to a common stand. As we also put up research, enrich and everything, I realized that there are not a lot of facilities that has to be put in place. Our library, I realized it has a lot, but how is the lot helping the students? Thank you. Let me try to summarize. We realize that the library has, but it has to be facilitated in some ways. The spaces are inconveniencing. The laptops there, they are basically for students. Students carry their personal laptops to you, and there are so many students without laptops, and these people have to be facilitated in some way. That counts for us. That how do we bring in place new laptops and so many others to make sure that the students in Ndejje University got access to to research. In that, the Wi-Fi has to be worked upon. How do we do this? In the guild constitution, it says that if the university is not in position to satisfy the needs of the student, well, the guild is accountable and can hire external companies or agents outside to provide the services.
Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, I thank you so much.
Yes.
So in that case, we will look for different companies outside. We provide Wi-Fi services and so many others, because I realize research is a necessity in this university that has to be enhanced. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this opportunity. I realize I'm out of time, but I have a lot to share with you willingly in the next time. Thank you so much. I remain Ocoth Phillips for Guild President.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to take back to our president of the day, and I'll come back again. Madam Rona.
Thank you very much, Arnold. Very glad to hear those words from Ocoth Philip, our other second guild aspirant of 2023 in Ndejje University. We are here at the debate, and now we are going to dive into the hot soup, where we are going to have the one-on-ones with our guild aspirants. We're also going to have different people also give them questions. Of course, our moderator is going to be the one firing them, asking questions that you could have. But of course, feel free to share your views, share your questions on our social media platforms, and also feel free, we will have a moment where we take in calls on the number 0709 66 47 44. So feel free to call and we shall pass you through, and you will have an opportunity to ask our guild aspirants why they think they are better than their opponent. Arnold, I am going to take it back to you, and I want us to dive straight into the hot soup. The reason why we are here tonight, the reason why so many people are tuned in. We want to dive into that. So back to you, Arnold.
Thank you so much, Rona. This is such a beautiful moment. The long-awaited session, ladies and gentlemen. Get your pen, get somewhere to write. Here are the big heads. We are checking the integrity of your aspirants, the guild aspirants. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to re-echo some rules because one of the aspirants wasn't here. So I wish to ask my aspirants that we are having in this beautiful debate, let us have respect for each other. If someone is speaking, please give him time. If he has mentioned something and you want to interject, write it down, and when your time comes, you will react to that if time given. Secondly, you're going to be allocated time. Each question, you will not spend a lot of time on it, okay? Because we have a number of questions for you. People want to see what you have for them in store. So make sure you brief, but you make sure that the viewers out there, they really get your point. Okay? Above it all, I want to re-echo this. We are a Christian-based university. Vulgar language, attacking one another is not allowed. This is not a war. This is not a war we need to prove like I'm the biggest, I'm the strongest, but this is an academic discussion. And above it all, as we dig into the serious debate, may the best man win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we do like the alphabetical order, and the first man on the hot plate, the first man to dig into this, there is no any other than Mr. Aswa, and I'm so happy that he is ready for me. So this is going to be a one-on-one discussion, okay? I need you to keep your microphone on and react, because this is now your time. Your counterpart is listening. Your counterpart is noting. Okay? So, my first question is coming right from your manifesto. I think you have it, so we will follow each other. Okay, let's start with item number 2, where you talked about the accountability. I want to put you on record. From what I have, it says, line 2, I will work hard and fight to make sure that the administration is held responsible for all the items we students pay for. Is that what you have in your manifesto? All right. So my question is, what if the university fails? Are you going to sue them? Yes, I want an answer. I want you to react.
I started my introduction by saying that Ndejje University is a university having its rules and regulations that we all signed to, and that makes us as what? As clients.
Yes.
So as clients, there are services that we will need back in return. There are services that we expected, you know. But once such issues are addressed, because under accountability, I spoke of sports, sports that is for Kampala campus, trips for the engineering and and the survey students, swimming, plus room and board. So you'll find that Kampala campus students, they pay for sports, yet here there is no sport. So you are asking me,
Yes.
once this is addressed to the administration,
Yes.
and it fails to react upon it.
Yes.
So as a guild president, it's my mandatory to bring this back, because I'll be dealing with 3 bodies. That is the administration, the cabinet, and the students' body. To bring it back to them and be like, you know what? This, I have addressed it and it has failed. So that they get to know that, yes, their issue was passed. But it was what?
So if I want to get you right, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep coming in and you have to get used to that. So if you say that, I truly understand, but would there be a miswriting of your statements? Because if I say that you must go to Kampala, that means I'm not giving an option of whether you will fail, right? That means by all means, you have to, right? When you say you must. So when you say that the administration must be held accountable, these people are getting scared. Do you have something hidden that you're coming with that if they don't, you know, maybe I think, are you going to rephrase this statement? Maybe. I don't know. What are you going to do? Because I think must is a big word. What do you have to take in?
No, must is not a big word. You are just hitting it so deep. But I told you that we are clients. The administration must be held accountable for each and every what? Each and every item that has been what? What I mean by must be accountable is,
yes,
they must tell us where the other trip fee is, where the swimming fee is, you know, so that we get to know that, you know what, we paid for this and this is how it has been what? It has been used. Or, yes, you have paid for it, but you're not receiving this service. You see?
Yes, yes. Yes, please.
Aspirant, I understand all that. I understand what you're saying. But you see, Arnold kept emphasizing the Christian-based community that we are. There is a sort of hierarchy that we go through. There is a form of respect that we go through. And of course, I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong. I do not think you can you can expect, say, the Dean of Students or the Vice Chancellor to explain to you where all of the funds that all of us pay go to. That is, I feel like that is something that is left for the high. Of course, they have to remain with some form of power. So how do you expect to respect that hierarchy, the respect that our administrators have, and then still be able to deliver the services, still be able to also fulfill your duties as a guild president without distorting the hierarchy and without having any form of disrespect? Because I believe, I'm sorry, my question is very long. I prepared. I believe that we have to respect each other, and I believe that the reason why the administration has not been taking the cabinet very seriously is because there has been a lot of disrespect. So how do you plan on bringing your must-haves without disrespecting the hierarchy and still being able to make the students happy?
This is now all about transparency.
Yes.
Whereby I don't see how much it will cost someone to tell me that, you know what, you paid for this and this is how it is being used. Because if I'm...
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we are going to a little bit. Let me help you. Mr. Aswa. Did you have a chance to look into the responsibility of the guilty president? Do you know the responsibility of a guilty president? Can you give me like 2? The responsibility of a guild president.
A guild president is supposed to be a bridge between the administration and the students' body. Because you find that
that's one. Two.
A guild is supposed to make sure that each and everything that students go through must be addressed.
Yes.
According to what? According to his powers. Because not everything that has to be rushed into the what? Into the administration. So the guild is like an administration of its own for the what? The student.
Okay, Mr. Aswa, there is somewhere I'm driving you, but I don't know if you will align with the question where they are coming. What is the current population of Ndejje University concerning the students? Because there is somewhere I want to drive you so that you get to know where these two questions were coming from. Do you know the current population of students at Ndejje University, both campuses?
With an estimation of 8,000.
All right, 8,000. Let's go with that number, an estimation. So, I think when we have that number, the administration need a helping hand, right? And the Guild Council works as a helping hand to get the information that the administration can't get from the student, from the hostel, from the compound, through you and submit it to them, right? That's the hierarchy she was talking about. That's how we move. We tell you what we are facing, then you note it down in a report, then you put back. You understand? So, with everything you're saying through your manifesto, it's like a report that when you are in office, this is what you're going to tell the administration. You understand? So the administration is going to tell you, currently, we have a lot of sectors we are running. Okay? So we are not going to focus on you, but this and this and this is going to be handled, and they allocate you responsibilities to deliver, right? That means there is allying, working hand in hand, okay, with the administration. You get my point? You get my point? So you're going to be working hand in hand. Where you feel like you are being squeezed, that's where you say, but this is not right. You understand? Because above it all, you remain a student. We all agree. Above it all, we remain students, and we are guided and taken up by the rules and regulations of the university. Okay? You get my point? So, with the must, okay, we will work hand in hand to say that we put together and know how the resources we pay for are allocated to us. I think it would have been a beautiful idea.
And I think that drives you to my first point when I was like, here at Ndejje University, we are what? We are clients. And being a client, I told you that there are rules and regulations, terms and conditions that we all sign to.
Okay.
If client was not a good word, then student fits in.
All right, I understand. I understand. I will leave that as an insight to you. I will leave that as an insight to you because I have more 3 questions before I come in. She has got another breather for you.
Mr. Ocoth, very humble man. I just have one question, unrelated to what we've been discussing. I just want you to tell us, why do you think we should entrust you, or the students should entrust you with their votes? What makes you better than Mr. Steven?
Thank you so much. I, Ocoth Phillips, I want to emphasize this. Before you emphasize everything, put in mind that I'm the best priority for everything. I don't want to brag or do things of what I'm saying, but I've come to realize that students need to come up and stand together as themselves. We work hand in hand. We try to lobby for some things, but as students, if we are not guided to the right path, we can never fall out. I, Ocoth Phillips, I want to ensure that the students work together to make sure their goals are done, because trust me, we cannot rely on administration for everything that what we do. As a leader, as a guild leader, leading a certain group of people, you shouldn't have only one option. You should have different options. And I see myself as that person with options and possibilities that can be done. And that makes me outstanding among everyone else. Thank you so much.
Madam Rona, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?
I'm more than satisfied.
You're more than
for
satisfied.
now.
For now.
I'm coming back with burning questions. But before we continue, Arnold, I would like to read a few comments. It's very much as it's, you might think it's not sizzling. It's sizzling here on social media.
Bring those people.
Let us see Joanne on Ocoth Phillips. She is a second-year student of engineering, and she says that is a good vision that you have of not making unrealistic promises, and you are very down to earth and very easy to approach. We have a good leader in our hands. Thank you very much, Joanne. Princess Martha says she is a student doing accounting and finance, and she would like to thank candidate Aswa Steven, someone who has seen and knows our hustle. We will trust him, and he is capable of leading us. Ashaba on Twitter says that I'm very glad to see our leaders sharing their views about the current situation of the university, but of course I feel that Stephen has a better opportunity for leadership. And one more from George William on Twitter still. He has a question for Mr. Philip. Where were you in the first segment? George, your answer is going to be given to you very, very soon. Please stay tuned. Do not switch that button. We are going for a short break, and George, your answer will be answered. So thank you very much for keeping in touch.
The Guild Elections Debate. The Guild Elections Debate.
On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
The Guild Elections Debate.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned for this entire time. It has been an hour since we began our debate. And before we continue from our social media platform, from the different phone calls that will be coming in, I'd like to talk to our audience and have a few questions. Of course, I'm sure they have been preparing. We've had their manifestos, and I believe there are so many questions that can come out of that. There's so much that we need to understand. And of course, I'm going to be taking in questions and phone calls from our social media platforms, and also on our number 0709 66 47 44. That is the number that you can call, and we shall pass you in, of course, when we reach our phone call segment. So in our audience, do you guys have questions, or assuming you have questions? All right. So I am going to start. But before we get into that, I would like to remind our audience to please keep your phones in silence, especially if you are going to ask a question, and also respect someone who has the microphone to finish their question, have their answer, and then, of course, you will have your turn. Please be specific: your name, your faculty, your year, and your question, and to which candidate. Am I very clear, guys?
Very clear.
All right, amazing. Who do I start with? Should we be gender sensitive?
Yeah, I think.
We should. I have a few people here right behind me. I see, but one only. Should I force you people to ask questions?
I think, Lona, we will go with a lady and a gent.
All right, for now, we shall start with, let's start with this gentleman behind me. He has a very burning question. It is so burning. Yeah, that he wants to jump on me. All right. Yes, please introduce yourself and your question.
Thank you, moderators of today, and I thank you, the guild aspirants. Okay. Thank you, the moderators of today, the guild aspirants, and the audience. My name is Muhwez Vincent. I'm in year 3. I do Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. When Ocoth was speaking, I managed to notice some things in my notebook. So, according to how I understand the word manifesto, it is the published declaration of the intentions, motives, or view of the issuer. And in this case, Ocoth is the author of the manifesto. Not so. So, in your manifesto, you talked about border guys and some people being kidnapped. You highlighted that as a problem. But while highlighting it, I didn't hear any solution about it. Am I lying? I'm not lying. You just highlighted the problem. You didn't outline the solution. And according to manifesto, you are supposed to publish the declaration, intention,
So what's your question? What's your question? Yes.
What intention do you have about the border guys kidnapping the students?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think, Madam Rona, should we answer immediately, or he gets the two questions and approaches them?
No. Let him answer one question at a time. We don't want to be confused.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the amazing question. I understand knowledge is key in everything we do, and people don't have the same vision to see how you see, but as a leader, I want to guide people and show them the right perspective. For that issue, first of all, I don't know whether the guild president has taken a step to make sure that the community leaders are engaged in the meeting. What is this supposed to mean? We cannot intervene with university and community activities without the two parties getting on board and trying to discuss what should be done. So as a guild president, I have to make sure that that is first before I do any action. I have to ensure the local leaders, the LCs, plus the university administration, me inclusive.
Okay.
How?
Okay, I think, is your question answered?
I'm not really.
Because I ask the aspirants to be brief,
okay,
because we are against time. If he asks you a question, please get to the answer so that we get to another person, because you have a lot of questions coming.
Okay. Thank you so much. As we realize, there are so many solutions for that, to mention but a few. First of all, we have to enroll patrons, people who really patrol and be around. Others be around the stage guys. We make sure that at every stage, people are really installed to see border leaders, to see and supervise their the border men around, to ensure that the activities and the practices done by both parties are really at hand. And also, I would emphasize that these border men are also facilitated in some ways, because trust me, community members go many advertise, many problems. And as the university students, we haven't done any tangible thing to show that we love them. They have different organizations and circle groups. We can support them there, and through that, we are creating a relationship, a bridge between us.
Thank you very much, Philip. Very detailed answer. I do not know about talking to border men. Hours at home are very, very tough. And then also the ones in Kampala campus. But we shall get back to that. This is just the first round of the debate. The next round is going to be so let's not think that we must exhaust all our questions. I'm going to have another question from the lady right there. If you could get a microphone right there. Yes, please. And have your question. Please stand up as you give us your question. And yes, as we go on. Yes.
All protocol observed. A good evening.
Yes.
I'm Kawthar Mohammed. My third year, doing a Bachelor of Civil Engineering. It's more of a point of information. Mr. Aswa, really, for you to come and tell us there is no sport at Kampala campus, it's not right, because Kampala campus has basketball, badminton, swimmers. Are you aware we have those sports here? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Aswa, please answer that point of information. Are you aware that there is sports, basketball in Kampala campus?
Yes, I'm aware about the sports at Kampala campus. But what we need is the grounds. Where do they practice from? Who pays for them?
Yes. Thank you very much.
And
yes,
about the swimming, it might be paid by the school, but people want football. People want more. Like what is at main campus should be brought at Kampala campus, not it just being based at main campus.
She still has another question, but we shall get back to that. I would like to read a few questions. This question goes to both candidates from Bosa, who is asking, what are you planning for Ndejje not having enough Wi-Fi connections and limited classrooms for the lectures? I don't know if this goes for main campus and Kampala campus, but it's for both candidates. What are you planning for Ndejje for not having enough Wi-Fi connections? Yes, please, let's have Ocoth answer that question first.
Briefly, I think.
Yes, very briefly.
Thank you so much. I earlier said in the Guild Constitution, whenever a service is really not at its performance, at its peak, the Guild is allowed, is accepted to go out and get external agents or companies out. In my case, I would look at companies like Rockspot. These people supply good Wi-Fi. The Guild can intervene and bring something into the university. In my calculation, a minimum of 5K from every student would be convenient enough to put Wi-Fi over the whole university. Back to the classrooms. Yes. We need knowledge so much. We have to understand what is happening within our university before we intervene into other things. About classrooms, trust me, the Guild president cannot just come in and say, we are constructing something here. A consultation has to be made. That's basically from the office of the estate manager.
Thank you.
You have to intervene and see what Ndejje is planning. I don't know whether the viewers have got time to pass through the strategic plans of Ndejje University, which was released for 2011 and 2016, indicators for these years. We get to see what Ndejje is planning, what development does he want to bring in place. That's where we can intervene and be like, I think this is needed, and we try to pressurize things to be done fast. But
Okay, thank you. I think it was a question for two people. So briefly tell me, what are you planning to do with the Wi-Fi?
No, with the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, briefly. I want an answer which is a little bit brief.
Yeah. You see, Ndejje already has Wi-Fi around.
Yes.
So what can be done is that, what I know is that they are weak. If not weak, that data is not enough. So it's just a matter of purchasing data that can serve maybe, let me estimate, 2,000 students without what? Without interruption. On the note of the classrooms, and Ndejje has classrooms. There are classes there. Just that maybe let me give you example of main campus. Main campus, their classes, their classrooms. And Kampala campus, what is just needed, I can give you an example of the, when you go to the basement, then there's this upper class that is made out of the red iron sheet. All that is needed there is just maybe a plywood that can be placed there to prevent rain from disturbing students once they are there.
Okay.
Otherwise,
thank you so much. Yeah, our dear viewers, I want to dig into a deep segment whereby you saw us in the first segment. I had a one-on-one with Mr. Aswa, and we had a lot of coming in and going. So allow me at this very juncture, try and check in to Mr. Ocoth. I don't know if he's ready for me. I know you are ready for him because you need to get what he has to say. So I am to you, Mr. Ocoth. I have heard your manifesto and the way you brought it out, but I'm going to ask a question related, but I don't know how you're going to react, but my question is brief and direct. Mr. Ocoth, what is the cost of the students not voting for you?
Thank you so much to Ndejje University students and all the viewers. The cost of me not receiving your vote is losing vision and mission for the university at large. Because I come to realize I will uplift the vision of this university high above everyone. And as well, that carries the weight of why you came to Ndejje University at the first hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. But I want to raise a direct question from what you've said, because you say the cost of the students not voting for you is them losing the what? The vision and the what? Talk to me. Vision and the what?
The mission.
And the mission. Okay. So, because remember, this is an institution, we are focusing on education, bringing up people who are well brought up, taught, and academically they are good. So, what do you mean when you say the vision and the mission? Do you hold the vision and the mission of the students at the entire university? Yeah, I need an answer on that.
Thank you so much. This is something which is at everyone's hand, but trust me, everyone loses track in what they are doing. The role of a leader comes in place to give direction to the students in what they are doing. And I know I can give the direction to the students. However good you are in something, there's a point where you lose direction.
Okay, if I get you right. So the direction is the vision and mission you meant.
Thank you so much. In some way, they relate to a common stand.
Okay.
Yeah. What is the mission of Ndejje University, first of all?
I don't know. I'm the moderator, so I'm asking you the questions. You're not allowed to ask me questions. So I need an answer when I ask you a question. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Knowledge is really broad, and it's good to seek knowledge.
Yes.
And the mission emphasizes more of the education sector, on research outreach, innovation, to mention but a few. So in me liaising on that, to enhance the education and student experience in this university, certain things have to be put across. And as my manifesto, it emphasized on building that image.
Mr. Ocoth.
And the experience of the students. Yes.
Who is a leader?
In simple terms, I would say a leader is me. But
what comprises of you?
I comprise of me and the students at large and the people I represent.
I'm not getting you. The question is, I asked you, who is the leader? And you said, in simple terms, a leader is you. So my question is, what comprises of you?
Thank you so much. I am a student of Ndejje University. I want to tell you people, I be with the people. I know leadership is really different from politics, everything else that you mean. But as a leader, I'll put across the needs and demands of the public first above all. And as a leader, I'm responsible and accountable for each and everything in my office to make sure that the people are really satisfied with the services offered in a certain community. for example, Ndejje University, as I'm representing the students, I have to put in place that. I have to make sure the student needs are put forward and their concerns are put on board. A sense of direction.
Mr. Ocoth, if I can come in.
Yes.
If I say, what are your responsibilities and what are you comprised of? Are those questions the same or are they different? If I say, what are you comprised of and what are your roles or responsibilities? Are those two questions the same?
Obviously speaking is not the same. What am I comprised of and what is my role?
Yes.
We understand me, I'm a fellow student. I'm a common student like all. But what makes me unique above all, I stood up to represent and serve the students. Ndejje being a Christian-based university.
People are very interesting on Twitter. Eh?
Tell me, what's
As
there?
if they're only seeing one candidate. Is it because he was here on time? I do not understand. But let me read a few comments that I have so far. Okay. And this is from Fatia. She's doing BBA year 3, Kampala campus. Thank you. She says, I can't wait to see Mr. Steven go through as the president, as he has been so approachable and he has helped in different projects. That is Fatia. I do not know where she has concluded that he will win, but I think she has connections with the EC, who is very, very quiet.
Maybe probably before you continue,
yes,
please talk to our viewers and tell them the time for phone calls is coming.
It is coming, please. We have not forgotten phone calls. We want to hear your dear voices,
we will receive them.
And so much more. I'm also going to read Adams Jasper, who is also on Twitter, and he says, I am very, very happy with what you have put forth, Mr. Steven. We can't fail to push ahead. I would like to ask you, our dear viewers, on the social media platform, we have two candidates who are here. So please, it is not just Steven who is giving us his views, but Mr. Ocoth has put forth very important views. He's planning on working with you people, and I think that is a different approach from the previous guild presidents. I believe that the previous guild presidents have been telling us we shall work with the administration, etc. Of course, they have fulfilled some of these promises, some not so much. I would like to see a different approach from my perspective. Someone who works with the students would like to see that. I feel like Ndejje University deserves to have a candidate who works with them. But I do not have a side, people. I have not made up my mind. There's someone from the audience telling me I already have a side. I do not have a side. I haven't made up my mind. But Arnold, I would like to ask Mr. Steven one question. I personally, I do not know. Are you? Is it a must? Is it a must for all the guild presidents? Because someone out there needs to know, where do the guild presidents come from? Is it the main campus or Kampala campus? Or you just from, I do not remember them introducing that. They're from Kampala campus. So we need to understand, are they from Kampala campus alone or main campus as well?
Okay, thank you so much. Let me give you qualifications for a guild president. One, you must be from main campus, that is Bombo, Luero, and you must be an Anglican. You must have paid 100% of your tuition. Then you must have paid a nomination fee. This time round it was 700,000 shillings. You must have a letter from your parish priest clarifying that you are an Anglican and you are baptized of that church. I think those are some of the qualifications for guild.
Thank you, Arnold. I am not taking the spotlight from you.
I
am not. I'm just one question, one more question before we go into the phone call segment and so on. Please, I would like to remind you, we are going to the phone call segment. So please be on your phone. The number is 0709 66 47 44. I repeat, 0709 66 47 40. And we are going to be taking in phone calls in just a few minutes. In your manifesto, Mr. Steven, you said you would do, I don't know if I'm quoting correctly, this manifesto was said a few minutes ago, and you didn't offer to share it like Mr. Phillips. So I would like to ask, you said something about national registration cards, how they are needed, and mail cards and so on. I have your manifesto right here. How do you plan on maneuvering, removing registration cards? Or what we misquoted you?
No, you didn't even misquote. You misunderstood what I said.
Yes.
You see, at Ndejje University, we are being provided by red cards, meal cards, and lecture cards. Once you misplace any of these, let me give you an example of a meal card. Once you misplace your meal card, in order for you to have another meal card, you will have to pay 20,000 what? 20,000 shillings. So I was of a suggestion that why can't the university have details of each and every student? Because we are also human beings. We can misplace things. So why can't the university have a technology system whereby everyone's data is being placed there, so that when I lose it, I can easily what? Retrieve it. Thank you.
I think Madam Lona, one of the aspirants came with a big team. I'm always hearing
yes, I believe so too. The team
so
is
excited.
It's very intimidating. Even
I don't know what's happening
intimidating.
this side, but I'm here to ask whether my man is safe.
Is he safe?
I don't know. I'm here to ask. I don't know whether he's safe.
But Mr. Steven, I do not want you to answer this question because you're going in for a short mini break. Maybe you'll answer after. But I would like to know, are you encouraging people to misplace things? Because you see, when there's a penalty, you hold on to your precious card. You don't want to lose your card 20K in this economy. Anyway, you'll answer that when we get back. So please stay tuned. We are taking in phone calls very soon, and I would like to hear from you. Thank you very much.
The Guild Elections Debate.
This week.
Did you know that women empowerment is defined in several ways? Did you know that parenting is twice the stress, but twice the love, the hug, and the pride? Here I am to bring you the woman of valor, where ladies are proposing that parenting is not a life full of struggles, but a journey for the stronger ones.
For those who are married, let love stay, because once it is disintegrated, the foundation is destroyed.
Catch me every Thursday at 19 hours here at Ndejje University TV with Joanne Peace.
Get noticed, advertise with us. Call 0714-474-433 or 0759-728-168 to place your bookings now. Ndejje University TV is available on free-to-air, Go TV, and Your TV. Follow us on Facebook, Ndejje TV Live, Twitter at Ndejje TV Live, Instagram, Ndejje TV Live, And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ndejje University TV. Ndejje University TV, your source of knowledge and wisdom.
The Guild Elections Debate.
Thank you. Welcome back, our viewers, to Ndejje University Television. With us today are the Guild aspirants of Ndejje University. Come 14th and 15th, you'll be voting your Guild president. Our dear viewers, for those who are students, neighboring communities, please just come cheer on. You're also, allowed to cheer on and take part of that wonderful activity. I would like to remind you, this is just round one of our debate. We're going to have part two, round two, call it second half for those who watch football, where we'll also still be talking with the Guild president. So if you have not had in your question, if you have not had in your comment, social media, phone calls, it is very, very okay. You will still have an opportunity on Saturday to have in that question, and it will be fully answered. And we want to cater for the entire Ndejje fraternity and so on. Right now, we are going to be taking in phone calls from the number 0709 66 47 40. I repeat, 0709 66 47 40. Arnold, you are going to be taking us through those phone calls. I hear there are very many.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. You can't believe what's happening with my phone. Right now, I think they're waiting. They've been biased, but our dear viewers, please, let's receive those calls. Let's receive those calls. Let's come in. Let's share. If you have a question, remember, you tell us your name, your faculty, and your university. You might be calling from main campus, and you might be calling from Kampala campus. Okay, let's try to receive the very first person. Okay. Hello. Yes, who is this? Hello. I'm speaking to who? I don't know. I can't hear him very well. I can't hear him very well. I think I'll ask the people in the system to try help me. I can't hear the person on phone very well. Yeah. And another phone call is coming in. You can't believe. Yes. Let me try to receive this one. Yes, hello? 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 Yes, please. Hello? I don't know what's the problem.
I would like to remind our dear viewers, as they are calling and you're taking in the phone calls, please step away from the television, from the source. I know you'd like to hear yourself, but you will catch that on YouTube. We are sending in videos, clips, they will be in. But as we are taking in a phone call to avoid network issues, please step away from your television, step away from your link and whatever it is that you might be using to watch this debate. Arnold, do we have another phone call coming in?
Yes, we are having a lot.
Yes.
I'm trying to fix the machines here.
As you fix those machines.
Yes.
Arnold.
Okay, hello. Hello? Hello? Oh my God. Hello? Oh my goodness. Hello? Hello?
Airtime.
Oh
airtime.
A lot of people are calling, so they keep interfering.
Yes,
with the
but
others, so
as we wait for the phone calls, let us dive into some more questions from the audience.
Let's try this one.
Just
Hello?
one more, guys. One more. I know
Hello?
it's burning.
Hello? Hello? Yes, who are you and where are you calling from?
I'm Maduro George William.
Yes.
Here to the main campus.
Yes, please.
Yeah, question goes to both candidates.
Both candidates, yes.
Yeah. So I was saying before the campaign period, because the leader must have been with the students. So, yeah.
Can we have that question asked again, please?
Like, where was the leader before the campaign period? Like, what activities were they involved in before the campaigns came around?
Where was who?
Before the campaigns came around. Like, what influence have they had before the campaign period?
In case you are not hearing it properly, I believe he says that leaders communicate and interact with the students. So where were they before the elections, before the guild campaigns and whatnot?
Okay, let's receive one more. Those questions, I think they are being written down. Okay, yes, hello. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear.
Yes, who is this and where are you calling from?
Engineering.
Yes, please. What's your question?
My question is
I beg your pardon?
my question is
For Mr. Ocoth, yes, please.
Mr. Ocoth has come with problems that are endangering students.
Okay.
Yet, that our president should be coming with solutions. We know the problem. Why is he narrating to us the problem?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my concern. And I'm happy with the Mr. Aswa Steven is my president.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe you can receive one more, then we can dig into the audience. Let's try. Okay. All right. Phone call. Yes, please. Hello. Yes, who is this and where are you calling from? This is who? Okay, what's your question and who are you firing the question?
I would like to ask Mr. Phillips.
Okay.
We have seen Mr. Aswa engaging in some organizations like
Arnold, we shall get back to that phone call. Let's have our guild aspirants answer those questions really, really, really briefly. My audience is tagging at me. They have burning questions as well.
All right, thank you. Who do we start with?
Let's start with Mr. Ocoth.
Mr. Ocoth.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much, my dear viewers. Let me start with the first question of where I was before the nominations, before these politics came into place. Ocoth Phillips has been involved in different activities. I'm a person who likes to work with the people. And before this, I used to involve in church activities, which I saw that it really gives me time to be with the people. But as far as my burning desire for success in this university, I involved myself in different club activities like Environment and Renewable Energy Club, of which currently I'm a Vice Guild President due to my persistent work and consistency in the system. So through this, I emphasize and we organize sessions with students. We get to interact more on the social and educational platforms on how best we can develop ourselves. That goes for what I was doing. There are so many others, but because of time consciousness, let me drive to the problems and solutions. I realize there are so many problems in this university, yes. To mention but a few, and I believe I've designed the solution to all these problems. I carried out a consultation some few weeks back, of which students enlightened me with all the problems being faced, and others I got to know myself, and trust me, there are all solutions for all these problems, but because of time we can't present everything. A manifesto is not problem-centered, but also emphasizes more of your visions, because the problems are there in the university and we shall tackle most of them, and the ones we don't tackle, they will remain there for other people to work on. But what makes you unique above all is the vision you stand for, and the vision of putting our image really high and student experience high is what I really stand for, bearing in mind that the problems have to be solved and have solutions for all these problems. Trust me, we shall release the manifestos online and you get to see. Thank you so much.
Steven, please pick up right from there, real briefly, very, very briefly, please.
Thank you. All right. I appreciate once again. Where was I before campaigns period? Yeah, I was spearheading a program, and it's still ongoing. That is in cooperation with the Ministry of Health and the Life Care Diagnostic, whereby we are leading a campaign of HIV self-testing. This was not only to students, but it was even to the people around us, whereby we wanted them to know their status in order to prevent more spread of AIDS and also create awareness among ourselves. Then the other program or campaign that is still on, that is the 5 a.m. campaign, whereby this deals with mental health awareness, and we are providing solutions to each and everyone. Okay, irrespective of your problem, you just present it to us and we work on it. 5 a.m. project. Thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping that very, very brief. Very happy that that you have been, the audience has been keeping in touch.
Why are you so much excited? Have you taken
Let
sides?
me tell you. Even if I don't want to take sides,
Okay.
the audience is pulling me to a certain side.
that
They are
happened
whispering.
Tell me something.
Hey, let me tell. I will tell you.
All
Let's
right,
first finish.
all right.
I will tell you.
Okay.
We are going to have in questions from the audience who have been patiently waiting. I'm going to start, because last time I started with a gentleman. It's only fair that right now I start with a lady. It's yes,
Let's have those burning
gender
questions.
equality. Let me start with the outgoing women affairs
Okay.
who has been in the cabinet. She knows what goes on.
All right.
Real question.
Can she keep it brief?
Yes, of course, of course.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Good evening, everyone. Namsefat is my name, outgoing women affair. This question goes to Mr. Ocoth. He talked about getting 5K from students. Want it to be double payment? Because we really pay for this Wi-Fi. So why do we pay 5K for your contribution? Secondly, I'm a finalist going out, and in Ndejje University is promoting entrepreneurship projects. As me, I dealt in bus soap. I'm competing with the White Star. So how are you, as a guild president, if you go through Ishald, how are you going to help me? How are you going to help the Ndejje University promote these the entrepreneurship projects? Thank you.
Thank you very much, the outgoing women affairs. She has a very important question, which I also had deep down in my heart, but I was
So
afraid.
you took sides?
I did not take sides. I just want to know.
All right.
As a voter, I would like to remind you, voters change anytime.
You will read those comments.
Anytime
my
I'm
dear.
changing.
You will read the comments and you get excited.
Let's have Ocoth answer that question before we have more
yeah,
questions.
I think
Yes.
that's brilliant.
Thank you so much for your question. Madam Fatia, as far as I know, you are an outgoing GRC and you have been in the sitting for a long time. I guess by now you should be aware that in the fees we pay, there's an extra of 50K which is allocated to the guild. And in my estimation, I didn't say students have to contribute 5K, mark me right. Part of what to contribute, that is what I'm trying to bring into places, is really so minimum of what people can really stand up for to make sure that Wi-Fi is placed into what is put into place. Thank you.
Share, have you answered the both questions? Because I had the way too.
I'm coming to the second one.
Yes.
Okay.
The second one about her being a finalist. I believe you have reasons why you came to this university. And a clear reason I would see into your eyes is academics. You didn't come to do any other things. Yeah, there are other many involvement projects and everything that you will look up to, but education is key. And as you leave this university, Ndejje University, being part of your CV, being part of everything, you also wish best for the university.
Thank you, Mr. Ocoth. Thank you. I think we will keep it brief.
Let us keep it brief.
Yeah, we'll keep it brief because you know that keeps coming in.
You know, at first the audience was very quiet.
Yeah,
you thought they don't have words, but now you see the hands here.
When they opened up to speak, and now you see the hands in the audience.
Some of them want to bite me.
So I think our audience members, they keep their questions brief.
One
so
question.
That we can give. Yes.
I'm going to have one member from here, one member from there.
Yeah.
Let us start with that gentleman.
Yeah, let's
over
time.
there. He's
Let's
going to stand right
here.
Let's save time, please. Real quick and address.
Wow, I'm so grateful. Semambo Peter Mombia. My name, a teacher under making, second year. My question goes to Mr. Ocoth. Once you go through that in case, as a guild president, are you going to be a president for main campus or both campuses?
I think we are going to give one question per speaker to save time. Okay. So I beg, choose between the two. Which one would you want him to answer?
It's okay.
Because
Let me go to
leaving
the
out
final
one.
one.
All right.
Good enough. He has had the first one.
Okay, it's getting
if you're to look at the people behind you,
all right,
I'm seeing only main campus students, and that one reminds me what Kampala students say that once we elect the guild presidents, they forget about us and they concentrate the other side. In which position does it really put you? Are you really being fair to both campuses, very well knowing that we are lagging in very many issues, even a TV debate?
Okay, thank you so much. And I think, Madam Rona, we will ask our people in the audience, please be brief.
And
we don't want to cut them off.
Yes, and also, please respect someone who is talking. Please, please. We say this at the beginning, I'll say it again. Please respect yourselves and also your fellow members. Mr. Ocoth, please answer that one question.
Yeah, choose one.
Thank you so much. Let me start with the main campus and Ndejje campus. I realize there's a lot of knowledge that has to be put in people, of which is really key. My brother, a guild president, has clearly stated has to come from main campus. Believe it or not, is one of the requirements of which these things can be changed in case need demands. And there's a vice guild from Kampala campus, and the two parties work hand in hand. They work hand in hand for both universities. The judgment shouldn't come from me coming with a few of main campus students. I believe here we have also Kampala campus students, and I've not come specifically with my funds. I've come to talk to the students. And as far as I see, there are students of Kampala here. You inclusive, you're from Kampala. And are you not convinced that I've not come to represent you? Because I've not taken sight of the supporters.
Okay, it's getting serious. It's getting serious.
Question to the audience.
Yeah,
have you ever seen that in a debate?
Not really, but this being the first round, I think let us be piling up a package, and when the round 2 is launched,
is going to be hot.
I think we can dig deeper. So I would like to get back to you so that
just
we get
one more person. I know we are time conscious.
Right.
I know we are time bad. These two gentlemen want to eat me.
So I don't know what you're going to do.
I don't know, but I'll give them both a chance to ask one question. Absolutely brief, less than 1 second, please.
Yes, please.
I stand? Yes. Thank you very much. My name is Jude Chiza. in main campus doing civil engineering in my third year. And I'm speaking as a voter and a student of Ndejje University. First of all, I would like to thank the management, the new Vice Chancellor, our media team, the audience, and these are concerned students. So actually, for the first time, I'm proud to have this in my university. Now, I have a query.
Give him a loud of applause. Give him a loud
Yeah, guys, we should be proud. And to all the viewers out there, thank you so much. And please encourage your friends to tune in. So let me go straight to the point. I have a question and an affirmative one to Mr. Ocoth Phillips. So, we've been voting since year one, that's 2020, and the guild leaders have just disappointed us. I'm serious, and I'm glad we have this platform. These fellas, they don't have vision. They come here shorthand.
I beg to come in a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We mind the language,
thank
please.
You. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let's call a spade a spade. So let's get straight to this. These platforms, actually, when you look at the big universities out there, are supposed to shape us to have great leaders out there. So let's not shy away from this. Let me get straight to it. I saw Mr. Ocoth Phillips saying, I was in an environment and renewable energy club before I came for politics. Recently, the club conducted a community cleanup activity where Mr. Ocoth Phillips conducted and participated in it. This activity, I believe, was to bring students from all faculties to look at their environment and volunteer to clean it up so that they can take this waste, recycle it, and do products. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching us, if we are voting for guild leaders and we want vision and want our university to be there at the mark and we can stand and say, Ndejje University, I'm proud of coming from there. Mr. Ocoth Phillips, if I saw you right cleaning and contributing with this and it wasn't for show, I would like to ask you, is this the kind of spirit we are going to expect in your cabinet? Say you win. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That is a simple yes or no question.
Yes.
So please, let's answer it before we have one last question.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep it brief.
Thank you very much. My name is Andrew Bishop Okello, a duly elected GRC School of Science and Computing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much, my brother.
Yes.
Locals living amidst the students, which is a very bad act. These are words of Honorable Ocoth Phillips. Mister, I would love to know, on behalf of the locals, between Narinya Rwantale, Ndejje Trading Center, commonly known as TC, and there's this center as you are going to Rest Corner. Are these people living there illegally, or they are eligible to living there? Yes or no? Putting that aside, Ndejje University, besides being a Christian-based university, is a heterogeneous university. What I mean, it is a bracket of very many tribal groups. One of the objectives of Ndejje University is to contribute towards the development of human resources, preserve and promote positive cultural norms, accept and respect cultural diversity. Do you as a person, actually this question goes to both, do you as a presidential aspirant value the existence of diversified cultural groups in the university? If yes, what strategy have you put down to see that you develop this cultural?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I would submit to you.
Yes, I know. Just like a small thing. I just want them to answer one question. Yes. We go to the one-on-one. We are very, very bad.
Yes.
Is it because we are Ugandans? But anyway, answer that question, please.
Yes. Who do we choose first?
Of course, let's start with Mr. Steven. With the last question, please, and we...
Be brief, I beg. Let us be brief. We are time bad.
Thank you so much. Of course, cultural diversity has been implemented, and we have been seeing that there are activities running around the university like Cultural Gala, whereby all cultures, they end up participating in it. So how do I, myself, as a guild president, make sure that I also have a hand in this? This is by working with with all the people around me, irrespective of of your race, of your culture, and your status. And that's how I think I can.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think it was briefly and directly approached. So, briefly approach that question so that we may wind up because we are really time bad.
You are placed, you cannot disfy or go away from where you are. And as a guild president, I would like to respect that, observe that culture is really maintained in the university. And how do I go about this? I have to make sure it's promoted. Cultural Gala has been there, but in my view, it's not in doing its maximum performance to make sure that students are really appreciative of culture.
Okay.
In a way that people see it like a competition instead. Others have ended up modifying their own culture to please the audience and make sure that they perform well.
All right.
As a guild president, I want to give a showcase to people, an opportunity to express culture with love, without competition.
All right. Thank you so much. And I don't know if you allow me go into my lovely segment.
Yes, of course I'm going to allow you. Arnold.
Yes.
I have nothing against you. They're
Yeah.
saying there were 2 questions, but they will answer that in the second round.
Yes.
Because we have one more segment, and we would like to have that before we have the closing remarks.
All right. So, does that include me? All right. Thank you so much, our dear viewers. I think you're seeing your candidates, you're seeing your aspirants, and you are the ones to choose. Come 14th, come 15th. Sorry. So, here is another segment. I know you've not seen this before, any other debates, but get ready, because this is a short one, but a good one. To my dear aspirants, I have a segment open to you. I am giving you a chance to ask each other one question. One question. One question. And at this very point, be brief, fire him a question, and receive the answer. Yeah, I'm sure, I'm very sure. So I'm starting with you, Mr. Aswa. Fire him a question, he's here for you.
Mr. Ocoth Phillips, in the history of Ndejje University, most of the guild presidents we have been having, they are engineers, and okay. What I know about an engineer is you are really tight. You're really committed to your to your studies. In fact, you don't have time for other co-curricular activities. You see? So, and all these engineers have not been bringing out the best to students, because I believe that there are people who have leadership skills and who are trained about leadership. So, how do you expect to handle this? How do you expect to handle your course and all the other reputations that you had about your course? How do you expect to work on it? Because I believe that you are going to be very busy, and after this we are going for what? How do you call it? Internship.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Aswa. I wish to guide you. Be very brief, because you have a question to ask him and we are out of time. Unless you want to ask the question when you're off air and the people can't hear what question you asked him, and it's for his advantage. So I wish you be brief with the answer and fire him a question. Briefly, I'm giving you 1 minute.
I think he has to first answer that question.
Yeah, he's going to answer
then
briefly,
fire.
then fire
Very
question.
briefly, 1 minute. Sir.
We don't want you to go off air.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe it or not, I can never be arrested in prison just because my father committed a crime. This implies to you all, me doing engineering doesn't mean I'm going to do the same as the rest has done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think it's a smart one. He can get the question ready. Yeah, yeah. So, he's on the hot plate.
Mr. Aswa Steven, mine is just a simple one for you. What inspires you to use respect for Aswa?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Respect students hustle.
Okay.
That is it. I believe we are all hustlers. You know, in this room there are people who don't believe that they are hustlers. Yet we are all hustlers. Because you'll find at the end of the day, we're here trying to hustle. What? To have a better future for Ndejje University. Going back from Kampala to Bombo, you're hustling. Like you're putting your life at what? At a risk. So you're hustling to stay alive. Back at campus, there is a percentage of students, I can say 1 or 2, who pay their own tuition, and these guys are hustlers. Then us, who are being paid by the parents, and that is the majority, you'll find out that anyone who provides for you, his hustle is your hustle. That's why I so much advocate respect.
Okay. All
Have
right.
you had that one?
Yeah, I've had that one. So, our dear viewers, I want to thank my aspirants. I think this has been the first round. What has gone wrong? Where you've not got it right, wait for round 2. It has been a very brief discussion, but come Saturday, if I'm right, come Saturday, tune in. We shall have this men back to you. So I want to thank the audience. Thank you for attending. And right now, I submit to Madam Rona. I'm out. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. I'm very, very happy that you have stayed tuned for all this time. This debate has been very enlightening, very educative. I mean, I've even learned a new word. Someone's hustle is my hustle, something like that. I've learned. I'm very excited and very, very happy. So I am going to give Masho some time to tell us what has been going on social media. Briefly after that, let's have just say good. Our aspirants will say goodbye to you viewers, and we shall be closing very soon. But don't touch that button. You could learn something new. Masho, back to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Lorna. Well, the conversation on all our social media platforms has been really firing from all corners, on YouTube, on Twitter, on WhatsApp. Thank you very much for your comments. We had Catherine on YouTube saying, Aswa, you are right. You are right about the 3 million that we pay, and we should, with a poor Wi-Fi network, we should not, we should not suffer with, with the Wi-Fi. We have to continue having good Wi-Fi signals for our studies. Patricia on YouTube said, the beards never disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. That is directed to Mr. Philip for the win. 0 shillings, UG said, we are not here to hustle, but academics is what we need. That is supporting Ocoth Phillips. Mercy said, but sincerely speaking, how can you just become a resident because of you wanting to be a guild president? How will you be? How will you attend to students' issues if you are staying away from the campus? Then Morris Yuji said, how will you tackle students' affairs when you are a non-resident? So these are a few of the comments that have been coming up on our social media platform at Ndejje TV Live. Thank you for joining the conversation. And let's keep this debate rolling after the first round, the second round, and more to come. Back to you, Lorna.
Remarks from our aspirants. I'm giving you 15 seconds each. Just say goodbye to our viewers and what to expect in round 2.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow comrades. Aswa Steven Thomas, my name's Respect Students Hustle, and we're having round 2 on the 8th of this month. That will be a Saturday. Come all. I will be expecting a lot from you, and I'm going to conclude it by kindly requesting you to entrust me with your vote come 14th. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear viewers. I want as resident or non-resident, Ndejje being us have to make sure students come together. However, I, Ocoth Phillips, I fully entrust you. I fully decide and I fully stand to be with the students. Trust me, with your vote, look no further, and I'll be there for the students. Work out in each and everything that ensures us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Catch you up.
Thank you, thank you. And Mr. Arnold, I know you're not an aspirant. Now, okay, you say bye.
All right, see you on Saturday, our dear viewers. with the following aspirants. I loved being with them. I have been so much enjoyed. Catch up.
All right. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you, everyone who has been staying tuned and who are the views, the comments. They have been wonderful. They've been very interactive. I would like to give a special, excellent thanks to my audience for bringing all those burning questions. I know we haven't exhausted them, but we are waiting for you on Saturday. We are going to finish all of them. And for those who sent in phone calls, we will still have phone calls on Saturday. It's going to be an amazing round two. I believe second halves are usually the best. Also, I would like to remind you that on Thursday we shall have the debate for the vice president. So please, I would encourage you to also stay tuned. It's also going to be equally as heated. My name is Lona Kasasa Jamaima, and I am glad that you have been part of this, and have an excellent evening.
The Guild Elections Debate. The Guild Elections Debate.